r/ask Reddit. What's fine in small numbers but terrifying in large numbers? Options. That's actually a really good answer. Out of all the possible replies they could have made, they chose wisely. Choice paralysis is a hell of a drug. It's why we can look at a fridge or pantry stocked with food and say there's nothing to eat, or look at a game library of hundreds of titles and say there's nothing to play. I can't count how many times I'll order a Reuben sandwich at a restaurant, just because everything else looks so good I can't decide. That's why I now ask myself during a Steam sale, do I buy this because it's cheap or because I will play it? I have so many cheap games that are, not surprisingly, crap. My relatives. I have a big distant family from my mother's side. Every time I visit them I discover 5 new nieces and nephews. I still haven't memorized the previous ones, stop making new ones. Specifically, in-laws. The outlaws are worse than the in-laws. Not true, at least outlaws are wanted. Exes. Oh look, there's one of my exes at the bar. Oh look, there are 8 of my exes sitting together at the bar. That's why all of mine formed an evil league. All my exes live in Texas. And Texas is the place I dearly love to be. Ladybugs. I was cleaning out an old barn and went up in the loft. As I was climbing up, I couldn't really see yet because it was so dark in the ground floor but crazy bright in the loft. I felt some small bugs banging into the back of my head. I turned around and there was like a writhing mass of ladybugs on the window frame. Absolutely freaked me out. THW exploration writhing mass is one of the most horroristic thing in the English language. Not compared to whatever the duck you just did here. A few moles are okay, but a mole of moles would be a problem. My ping. Relatable. I live in a spot where I can only get satellite internet. Bad satellite internet. My average ping? 800. Also, 25 GB a month. I might add I love multiplayer games. Sigh. Bills. How many do you know? Clintons. Not Clint's. Bills. Honestly I get one bill and it stresses me out, lol. Fingers on one hand. Hands on one arm. Arms on one shoulder. Shoulders on one torso. Bugs. Both software and insects work pretty well for this question. Seeing a military plane fly over a big city. Tell that to Hiroshima. Fun fact. The Enola Gay was well practiced in a maneuver called Get the Hell Away from the Bomb because they were concerned about the plane being far enough away from the blast. White blood cells. Of course. To be fine. The number can't be too small either. There really needs to be a per volume specification here. Geese. Have you ever been surrounded by a gaggle of Canadian geese? Shit is god-inducing. If you've got a problem with Canada gooses, you've got a problem with me. Now let that marinate. People. Shakes anxiously. Starts hyperventilating. My blood sugar. I'd say small numbers, under 85 or so, can cause their own nightmares. Duck-sized horses. Fingers and butt. Dolls. I dated a girl that had a porcelain doll collection and it was terrifying to walk into the room she kept them in and see a ton of dolls looking at you like they were about to come alive and kill you. Burps. Just imagine if everyone around you started burping at the same time. It's a recurring nightmare for me. What a specific nightmare. Ants. Fun story. I once put my man cave in a shed out behind my house and fell asleep watching a movie out there. Not so bad. Yep. Unfortunately I had forgotten to finish eating my brownie and I woke up with it still half eaten on my chest. I felt tingly when I woke up and I could see slight movement on my chest and the glow from the TV. I quickly hit the lamp and was greeted by a mound of fire ants having a ritual conga line up my leg and onto my chest. It was then that they started to bite and get crazy. I instinctively unleashed my inner karate kid and gave myself a Hulk strength prison pat down and ran inside to take a shower. I ended up with the Rocky and Andes mountain ranges worth of ant bites along my chest and right leg. Duck. Ants. That story wasn't fun at all. All it did was give me an itchy chest and ruined my dreams of eating brownies off my chest in a shed. Police at my door. No amount of police at my door is a good amount of police at my door. Either someone's dead or someone's going to jail. What if he just really needs to use a toilet? then he better go get a warrant. Homework. I like a little challenge, but when it's piled high it just gets overwhelming. Rontians. As long as you are in that not bad, not great area, you should be fine. Area 51 Raiders. Kids clapping to a song. Unvaccinated kids 1 or 2 would probably die off, but when it's 15 they would spread the diseases they have before their death. Duck-eyeing. Dwarf. Hamsters. At least in my traumatic childhood experience. Just for your information, this bloody story may make some readers uncomfortable. It's a bit long, too, but anyway. So one time my stepsisters bring home a bin of adorable dwarf hamsters and forget to separate males and females. They have little hamster hanky-panky and multiply like mad, popping out babies like tiny rodent machine guns. Soon there are too many to contain. They escape and make our gaming room into their hamster love nest. Months pass and the evidence of months of horny hamster humping emerges from beneath every sofa, every bed, every counter. Baby hamsters everywhere. I got to bottle feed a bunch of infant hamsters and it was every kid's heaven. At first, there was just one problem. This breed was notorious for violent males. It started with finding cute little fuzzy surprises plucking adorable hamster babies from obscure places, like the world's cutest, fuzziest Easter egg hunt. It ended with every room in my house being a bloody war zone for fallen hamster soldiers murdered by stronger, hornier males. Carcasses under the sofa, the bed, the counter. Some are outside and half eaten by dogs. Friends stop coming over because the smell is overwhelming and this is too traumatizing for children. Imagine being a child in this scenario. Paralyzed and crying under the covers every night when you hear scratching and pain squeaking right under your bed, or in the wall beside you. Some manage to get up there in your bed. You wake up to dead bodies everywhere. I didn't sleep for months. Eventually we catch them with homemade cages and offer them to a pet store for free. They think we're being generous. Heck no. But we'll let them think that. It's their problem now. So anyway, moral of the story. Hamsters and those numbers aren't cute anymore. Pregnancies. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.